Magandang araw mga ka-brothers Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao, lalo na sa ating mga kaibigan dyan sa abroad. Kamusta po kayo? Sa araw naman ito mga ka-brothers, ating bigyan ng reaksyon ang tungkol sa mga usapin National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict or ang tinatawag nilang NTFELCAC mga ka-brothers, na kung saan tuwing hearing sa Senado ay hindi talaga natin makikita o TV channel network mga ka-brothers or tinatawag nilang stream media mga ka-brothers, kundi doon lang mismo sa social media natin makikita. Buti na lang may mga vloggers. Okay? So bago po ang lahat mga ka-brothers, huwag kalimutan i-subscribe ang ating munting channel gbtvspodcast Podcast at i-click na rin ang notification bell upang manatili tayong updated sa ating mga bagong video na i-upload. Okay mga ka-brothers, ito na. Ang tanong dyan mga ka-brothers, bakit tuwing debate at or hearing sa Senado mga ka-brothers, sa mga sesyon nila, ay bakit walang media na magko-cover? Kung mayroon man, walang magbabalita mga ka-brothers. Lahat ng mga bagay na nangyari sa Senate, sa House of Representatives, wala talagang magbalita ng maayos mga ka-brothers. No? Yung mayroon man, pero kinakat. So yun yung kailangan ko na kung bakit ko kino-cover to siya o kung bakit ko sinama o ginawa ng content, dahil mga ka-brothers, lalo na doon sa ating kababayan dyan sa probinsya, sa bundok, no? So kaya ako, binahagi ko dito mga ka-brothers, ginawan ko ng content para lang malalaman sa ating mga kababayan, kahit saang sulok man or maprobinsya, sobrang bundok o sobrang liblib, basta magkaroon na sila ng cellphone at internet, mapanood nila po ang mga nangyayari sa Senado mga ka-brothers. So okay, so panoorin nyo po mga ka-brothers ang kanilang debate.
Creating the National Council to End Local Communist Armed Conflict or ELCAC Act. Secretary Carlos, balak pong institutionalize yung ELCAC. May we know your inputs?
Well, right now, actually, if you look at the Senate bill proposed by Senator De La Rosa, it practically just echoed the NTFELCAC mandate. What is different here is that a task force has time 1, which is the start, times have been, meaning we don't know when, the time 2, times up to, etc., when it will end, where the reason for its being has already ended. And so we assume, therefore, the end for which the task force was organized would end sometime at time sub n. We don't know that end, so we say it's time sub n. Therefore, to institutionalize it might not be in order anymore, because by that time, you would have embedded all the functions of the task force in the existing agencies already. So, to repeat, because Senator De La Rosa was not here when I made my prefatory remarks, this would be in line with the general guidance of the President, which he repeats every cabinet meeting, that we should restructure our government bureaucracy for a leaner and meaner bureaucracy. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Chair.
Senator De La Rosa, please.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, Mr. Chair, as far as yung lifespan of the council is concerned, we have here Section 12, sunset clause. The council shall be rendered functus officio upon the accomplishment of the purposes for which it was created or unless sooner dissolved by the President. Kaya yung life ng task force, as said by Secretary Carlos, na anytime pwede itong na-dissolve, the same is true with this council, because nakalagay naman dito, pag wala ng problema sa insurgency, then hindi na kailangan itong council ito, so i-dissolve natin. Ang purpose lang naman dito, that's why I would like to institutionalize the task force para sigurado talaga na ang focus ay andyan. Because alam mo, ma'am, without wala pa yung task force noon, look, saan tayo napunta sa problema natin sa insurgency? 50 years, more than 50 years, andyan pa rin problema. Pero yung ginawa yung EO 70, ang laking pagbabago. Ang laking nawala sa problema natin. So, kaya gusto ko institutionalize ito for purposes of continuity para sigurado talaga na tuloy-tuloy ito. Dahil nga, kung hindi natin ito institutionalize, magbago man yung isip ng presidente, hindi natin siya pangunahan pero magbago man yung mag-shift man yung policy niya na mawalan siya ng gana dito sa insurgency na ito, pwede niyang i-defunct yung task force. Pero pag ito institutionalized na Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, andyan yan, may batas na through legislation. Hindi na basta-basta yan na isnabi ng Pangulo, dahil andyan na, may batas na tayo. Yun lang naman ang habol ko dyan. Pero anyway, hindi naman kami ang makipagpatayan dyan, makipaglaban dyan sa mga NPA na yan. Kayo naman, nasa executive, din bahala kayo. Kung ayaw ninyo, din wala akong magawa. Kami, gusto lang namin talaga tulungan kayo because I've been there. I have fought this communist for a long time. I have lost a lot of my men in my war and in my battles against this NPA. Kaya alam ko kung gaano kahirap ng problema ito. Nakita ko ito, glimmer of hope nang ginawa itong task force na ito, itong Elcac na ito. Nakita ko napakaganda pala nito. Ito na ang hinihintay namin noon na sabi nga ito, pa kami, what kind of war is this? Tayo lang pinabayaan ng gobyerno makipaggira, makipagpatayan sa mga NPA. Samantala itong DSWD, itong DOH, itong DPWH, even the National Security Establishment. Walang pakialam because they're sitting inside their chair, hindi inside their office. Nagpapalamig lang sa opisina. Kami doon sa field, kami nakipagpatayan. Kami ang nasasaktan, kami ang nahihirapan. Kaya ngayong senador na ako, I want to give back what is due to the people na namatay, na binuhis yung buhay dito sa problema ng insurgency. Gusto ko silang tulungan na mawala na talaga ito, just to honor them. Kung ayaw ninyo sa executive ng aming proposal, then what can we do? You will be the one implementing this law. Kung gagawin namin ito, pagdating doon sa Malacanang, sabihin ni National Security Advisor, Mr. President, ibito mo yung batas ni Bato na yan. Wala yan. Hindi namin suportahan yan. So, wala rin. Sayang din. Akin lang naman is, we are here to help you solve the insurgency problem. That's all, ma'am. Yun lang po. Salamat.
Thank you, Senator De La Rosa. Your comment, Secretary?
Yes, thank you very much, Senator De La Rosa. You have made very compelling arguments why it should be made into a council. And because I'm a scholar, I'm willing to change my mind. I forgot there is a sunset clause there. Yes, it would render itself obsolescent when the reason for its being would have been obliterated. So I'm willing to change my mind. For the record, I'm now withdrawing what I earlier articulated. Thank you, my dear friend, Senator Padilla. Yes, because that's what scholarship is all about. When you are confronted with compelling arguments, change your mind. Otherwise, you are a bigot. Thank you.
Still need to institutionalize the NTFELCAC, please. Secretary Carlos, two questions lang po. We've received reports that the NTFELCAC's direction is that there should be no more talks with Joma Sison. Am I correct? And would instead recommend to President Marcos to offer amnesty to surrendering insurgents. Can you please discuss before this committee the reason behind this?
Yes, I'm advising the President of the Republic, and I have no business shooting off my mouth as a political scientist and, veering away from his position. And I understand that.
What is the position of the President, Secretary?
This is the same. It's the same. He has articulated this in several fora. And so, because he also saw that the local peace councils were the ones that work. Okay, things that work, continue doing it. If there are infirmities, then, address the infirmities. So you improve with it and you finesse, the protocols attendant to that. And so we continue to support this position. And I think a bit more candid about continuing the national level and talking to people who are not here. Those people who are not here have no business making any statements about the things happening here. They want to make any statement, come back here. In fact, I would even advise the President to give them a position. Give this person a position and let him run that bureaucracy. Baka pati tenga niya magdugo, no? Sa pag nakita niya yung bureaucracy na, ano. It's so easy to criticize. I'm sure that's a general rule, di ba? So if those people are just shooting off their mouths and they're not in this country, then let's challenge them. Balik kayo dito. Diba? At tingnan natin kung anong magawa.
Ayaw nga niya umuwi. Well, yes,
I'm sorry for this tirade, Senator.
okay.
Senators.
we're
no?
used to it, Secretary. Yes, please.
Yeah, I am Michael Eric Castillo. I am the Deputy Director General for Operations of the National Security Council. But just like Dr. Carlos, I was Dr. Carlos as a student, and just like Dr. Carlos, I also for the long time I'm with the academe. So I'd like to comment on the peace process from policy analysis perspective. There are two fundamental elements that is missing. A conflict is ripe for a negotiated solution if the contending parties are in fact they have achieved a mutually hurting stalemate. That continuing with the armed conflict is in fact not beneficial to both parties. Then it would be better for the parties to talk and to negotiate politically. The other condition where a negotiated political solution is preferable is when there is already an imbalance of power, meaning one party has the upper hand over the other. In fact, it is a negotiated solution in a sense that you are actually going to give the other party a terms for surrender, and then we are going to achieve peace. But in specific terms, when you analyze the CPP, NPA, NDF, and the GRP peace negotiation, what is sorely lacking is in fact the control of the CPP over the armed component. You cannot talk to a party that is not consolidated, meaning the political front will talk peace, the armed component will do otherwise. So it cannot command. So I think if we are to pursue national peace negotiation, I think there must be an evaluation so that our decision to talk or not to talk at the national level will be grounded on certain data on the ground.
Senator De La Rosa, please.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. Yung sinabi ni Sir na pag nakita mo isang party to the negotiation is the political party has no control over the armed components. Now, which is sinasabi mo is not ripe for negotiation dahil hindi favorable ang situation for negotiation. Pero merong cuts dyan eh. Do not be fooled by these people. Baka sinasabi lang nila yan, pinapalabas lang nila yan na wala silang control over their military components. Pero ang totoo niyan, they are very good in deception. Sabi ng parte, let's talk. Pero iba yung harap niya yung GRP, iba yung instructions niya sa armed component niya. This insurgency problem will not be here for long, for this longest period of time kung hindi deceptive itong mga NPA na ito, CPP NPA na ito. Dahil kung talagang totoo sila, they are true to their desire to make peace with everyone, tapos na itong problema. Anong ginagawa nila kapag nagpipistok tayo? Habang nagpipistok tayo, they are there consolidating their people, regrouping, rearming themselves, at recruitment. Dahil libre sila pumasok sa mga barangay. Dahil hindi sila hinuhuli. Dahil mayroon tayong pistok. So libre sila. So alam mo, enough of this for me. Sorry, kung kayo sa academics community, I would tend to disagree with me. But enough for this peace talk for me. Niluloko lang tayo itong mga tao na ito. Ang ilang taon na tayo nakipag-usap, walang nangyayari dahil tayo lang ang sincero. Sila hindi sincero. Anong ginagawa nila habang nagpe-peace talk? Yun, nangangambos. Let's face it. Yan ang nangyayari. Kaya huwag na tayo magpaloko. Ngayon pa na halos lumuluhod na yung mga CPP-NPA na ngayon dahil sa nangyayari dahil sa Elcac. Ngayon pa tayo makipag-negotiate sa kanila? No. It's not the right time. Sabi mo, ripe for negotiation kapag the balance of power is like this. Nandito tayo. Sila na sa baba. No. It's not right. Ang sabi ko diyan, Ano bang ripening phase? Yung nalata na ba? Sa Bisaya, yung bulok na. So it's bulok time for us to negotiate with him. Let's finish them. Sabihin mo, magalit na kayo na magalit. Basta ako, let's finish the problem. Dahil pag hindi natin ito seryosuhin, as I've said, ako, nag-retire ako sa serbisyo with all the scars in my body, with all the death that I have seen. Hintahin ko pa yung anak ko ngayon, kagagraduate lang sa academy, will experience the same problem that I have faced when I was young, when I was lieutenant hanggang nag-retire ako. The same problem. Yung anak ko, ganun din ang mangyayari sa kanya. Wala tayong maibigay na magandang kinabukasan sa mga bata na ito kapag hindi natin tapusin itong problema na ito. Yun lang, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator De La Rosa. Since Senator De La Rosa does not want to negotiate anymore, are there any other options? Yes, Director Castillo.
Sir, we are aware that they are only instrumentalizing the peace process, and that we are also aware that they are employing dual tactics of, peace negotiation and armed struggle. So,
Okay, any other questions?
And, Mr. Chair, alam mo, pag na-institutionalize na itong localized peace talks, sigurado ko, number one, pinakaayaw yan si Joma. Magwawala yun. Huwag kayong mag-enter into local peace talks. Pero itong mga nila na matagal na naghihirap, yung palaging nahaharas, na-attack ng army, ng police, sigurado ako makipag-enter ng negotiation yan dahil pagod na yan sila. Actually, wala ka na nga i-negotiate ngayon punta ka doon sa yung pinaka-Malacanang ng NPA doon sa Davao de Oro, yung Compostela Valley Province. Sinong representative ng army dito? Meron pa bang guerrilla front doon? Wala na. Wala ka naman negosyo. Sabi na sa akin, sir, 4 na lang. Yung nasa Davao Oriental, 4 na lang na NPA yan ang hinahabol namin. 4 na lang yan. Bakit ka pa makipag-localize pistok yan? Wala lang na pistok. Wala. Yung istok na lang. 4 na lang yan eh. Habulin ninyo. Habulin nyo ng 4. Tapusin ninyo. Wala na pistok. Localize or nationalize or international pistok. Wala yan, nag-enjoy lang yan sila doon, magkape-kape doon sa mga hotel sa Netherlands para gagastos ang pera ang gobyerno. Tapusin na yan. Kunti lang. I am serious. Nasa dulo na tayo. Dulo na tayo ng labanan. Patapos na ito. Pag matapos natin ito, Philippines will become a very beautiful country. Pag mawala ang problema sa insurgency. I tell you, napakaganda ng Pilipinas. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. So, ibig sabihin, kaya natin to.
Kaya natin.
Okay. Okay, Secretary, regarding red tagging, can you comment on what is your position on the issue that the NTFELCAC allegedly resorts to red tagging of personalities and groups critical of the government?
Again, with your indulgence, 2 time points. First, as a political scientist, before I was appointed, I already articulated my view in regard to that. Another term for red tagging is labeling people. When you label, you don't explain. You simply label. You put a name on a person.
Example, Secretary.
Senator Estrada is a communist. Does that explain you? No. Of course, I can say that you espouse the ideology of communism. Nothing wrong with that. This is a liberal democracy. You can be a socialist or whoever. But when you hold a gun and attempt to overthrow the government, you've crossed the line. I don't know why I should call you. I should call you when you hold a gun and you murder and you kidnap. You're a criminal, isn't it? When you're a criminal, I throw the books at you. Penal code. That's what I mean. You use a label, and that label has concomitants. The concomitant is, you do this, and there are consequences for your action. That's the reason why I said there's another time point. The other time point is now that I have this position, and I have not changed my mind. I'm still a social scientist. I think I'll be a social scientist until I die, because that's my calling. That's my profession as a scholar. And therefore, red tag does not work. Red tagging, labeling people does not work as a matter of principle. Therefore, why are we doing that? Nagsasayang lang tayo ng laway natin, red tagging. If you want to tag somebody that so there will be concomitants after the tagging. Otherwise, it's a non-productive pursuit. And I still hold on to that position, honorable senators.
Thank you very much, Secretary.
Mr. Chairman,
Senator De La Rosa.
hindi naman ang gobyerno nag-read tag nito mga tao na ito. It is Juma season. Nagsabi very clear sa kanyang video. Itong National Democratic Front, itong CPP, itong NPA, itong tatlo na ito, ay kailangan ito para magkakaisa para pabagsakin ang gobyerno. So ngayon, kasama itong tatlo na ito, siya mismo nag-read tag ng party list ng Kabataan, party list ng Gabriela, party list ng Anak Bayan. Si Juma Sison mismo nagsabi. So, ang military establishment naman, sinundan lang yung linya ni Juma Sison. So, paano ngayon sasabihin natin na counterproductive itong red tagging? Kung FDT ito red tagging, ha? Para sa akin, that's truth tagging. It's not false, it's truth. Na talagang nakalinya sila sa NPA, CPP, NPA. You may call me as a judgmental or what, but time will be at my side when I say this. Na sila ay nakakunik doon sa CPP, NPA, NDF. Konektado yan sila lahat. Alam mo kung yung red tagging, panahon na ito ngayon ng saan ka ba? Pula, puti ka. Magsabi ka. Kasi kung sabihin mong gray ka, hindi yan maganda. Hindi maganda pag gray ka. Kalaban ka ba o kakampi ka? Pag mawala yung gray area na yan, tapos ang problema ng Pilipinas. Tapos ang problema, dahil pinabayaan natin, lumaki yung gray area na yan in between red and black and white, lumaki yung gray area, kaya i-exploit ng husto ng kalaban itong gray area na ito. For me, once you support the CPP, NPA, once you espouse lahat-lahat ng kagustuhan nila, you are a supporter of the CPP, NPA, but I am not telling you that you are illegal personality. I respect your belief, but then again, as far as the political spectrum is concerned, magkaiba tayong dulo ng spectrum. So, I consider you as kabila ka. Kasi kung pabayaan natin itong puro sa gray area, walang mangyari itong problema natin. Walang katapusan. Again, I respect your position, pero sabi ni Juma Sison, siya mismo nag-red tag nitong mga supposed to be legal plan ng NPA. Legal kuno, pero very supportive sa cause ng kabila, ng kalaban. Yun lang, Mr. Chairman.
Secretary Carlos.
Actually, Senator De La Rosa, Your Honor, I have no quarrel with you in regard to that. Jose Maria Sison can just shoot off his mouth and say anything, and even say that XYZ are in fact, aligned with his political ideology and its action component. But what I'm suggesting and what I'm stressing is that beyond the labeling, we ask the question, so what? That's the reason why I say we need precision in the use of our terms. If you simply say that X person is a communist, a socialist, or whatever, then the next question would be, so what? So I say, the so what will be answered by a more precise term by saying that this person is a criminal, is a murderer, is a kidnapper, etc. Because you can take an action subsequent to that label. What's his name? Jose Maria Sison has every right to declare whatever he wants to declare. But I think we have every right as the Republic of the Philippines and its agencies to do something about that after the label has been given. But ab initio, from the beginning, labels by themselves will not advance explanation. And as a social scientist, anything that does not advance explanation, I say, is a waste of time. That is the context from which I'm coming, Senator De La Rosa. This is not to denigrate your position. I absolutely, in fact, am in agreement with you. It's just, I guess, that our floors and ceilings might be different at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay? So, napanood nyo na mga kabrothers. So, sana po meron po tayong pulot na kaalaman. Patuloy ko po ang ibibigay sa inyo ang bagong update tungkol dyan mga kabrothers. Kung natuloy ang ginawang batas ang NTFELCAC mga kabrothers or hindi. Pero sana President Bongbong Marcos, huwag nyo pong ibito kung sakaling makapasa sa Senado ang ganong panukala ni Senador Batodelarosa, Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Kasi nakita po natin na malaki po ang naitulong doon sa ating mga kababayan, lalo na sa liblib na lugar sa kaprobinsyahan. Okay? So mga ka-brothers, kayo na po ang magbigay ng komento kung mas maganda po na ipagpatuloy o NTFELCAC, mga ka-brothers. So hanggang dito na lang po tayo, mga ka-brothers, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Kung nagustuhan niyo po ang ating video, mga ka-brothers, i-share at i-like po, mga ka-brothers. At huwag na rin kalimutan, i-subscribe ang ating munting channel, gbtvspodcast, at i-click na rin ang notification bell upang manatili tayong updated sa ating mga bagong video na i-upload. Adios! God bless, mga ka-brothers!